Hi guys, it's ASBYT and Samsung have just released their brand new S20 range, the S20 Standard, the Plus and the Ultra, and it is the Ultra, the very best from Samsung currently right now, that we're going to be comparing to the best from OnePlus, which is of course the 70 Pro Mclaren edition. Now it is worth noting the S20 Ultra is the newer of the two phones, with OnePlus not due to release their 2020 flagship until April-May time if history is anything to go by, but currently available, the 70 Pro Mclaren edition is the best from them. So for ease of comparison, I'm going to be breaking it down into 5 key areas, and there's going to be a bonus round as well. And from now on, I'm going to be referring to the S20 Ultra as just the Ultra and the OnePlus 70 Pro Mclaren edition as just the Mclaren. It's just easier, let's be honest. Both mouthfuls. That's what she said. So the 5 key areas are design and build quality, display, software, camera, and battery. So in terms of design, there is no denying that both have some great qualities and each will appeal to certain types of people. The Ultra is larger at 6.9 inches and 220 grams in weight compared to 6.67 inches and 206 grams in weight for the Mclaren. Both are pretty bulky in the hand, but the Samsung phone certainly feels like a behemoth. Both have a glossy finish to their metal and glass constructions, which for OnePlus is actually a shame in my opinion, as the standard 70 Pro has a frosted matte finish which is far easier to keep clean and, in my opinion, looks better all round. The carbon fibre and papaya orange accents do look pretty awesome, and it's certainly a head turner. I also think the Ultra looks pretty slick, but slightly more understated. And certainly, if you're not sure on colours for the Ultra, go with the cosmic grey. Just looks, yeah, better than the black. Both have pretty much all screen displays, although Samsung definitely appear to have flattened out theirs from previous generations, giving the Mclaren a more infinity immersive feel, but having a flatter Ultra certainly has its advantages as well. And a completely uninterrupted display on the Mclaren due to that pop-up camera. Now I've had no issues with breaking or damaging that pop-up, but of course moving parts are still a potential problem for durability that you simply don't have with the Ultra. I'm a big fan of the orange alert slider on the Mclaren, and I think many of you will agree that the rear camera setup looks a bit more sleek on the Mclaren and easy on the eye than that blocked Ultra. So both have great build quality, but I prefer the design of the Mclaren, so it's 1-0 to OnePlus. Now both displays are excellent, both support HDR10+, both made by Samsung of course, and both have Quad HD Plus max resolution with high refresh rates. 90Hz on the Mclaren and up to 120 on the Ultra with 240Hz touch sampling. In layman's terms, this means the Ultra can respond to your finger swipes and gestures much quicker than ever before, again adding to that silky feel. So both are great for the mobile gamer, but there's certainly a smoother output on the Ultra. Both phones can downscale their refresh rates from 90 to 60 on the OnePlus and 120 to 60 on the Samsung, but unfortunately if you go with 120Hz on the Ultra, it automatically downscales to Full HD Plus resolution, so you lose that resolution sharpness, whereas on the Mclaren you can go Quad HD Plus and 90Hz, so I'm not really sure why Samsung have done this. Time will tell, maybe battery. The colour accuracy is great on both, and there's lots of customization like changing profiles, etc. But max brightness is an area the Ultra really shines, pun intended. And this is certainly an area I think OnePlus could improve on a next model. So 2 great displays, the Ultra wins it for me. Now very quickly, if you're enjoying the video so far, a sub will be amazing. Now software is where the Mclaren really shines. It's very close to stock Android, but with a few tiny tweaks, good alliteration, like being able to swipe down for notifications and settings, lower down on the display, and quirky options like Zen mode if you just need to time out from your pocket buddy. It's stock Android supercharged, and it's my favourite OS to use. Samsung's One UI is no slouch either though, and they too have added some brilliant features like one-handed mode and DeX compatibility. But it just falls a little bit short in this area by comparison, and added to the fact that OnePlus are rapid with their software updates, it's a point for them. Now OnePlus have made great strides with their cameras in recent years, and this is no different with the Mclaren edition, and it's a really good all-round camera system. An impressive ultra-wide-angle lens with an 117-degree field of view, which you can also use in dedicated night mode, and a portrait mode which offers 2 focal lengths, and the primary 48-megapixel sensor which can depict great detail in your shots. However, the Ultra is simply a camera beast. It ups the ante with a mammoth 108 megapixel sensor for unbelievable detail, especially in the center of the frame. A wider ultra wide angle lens at an 120-degree field of view allows you to capture more in frame, and the telephoto lens offers a mind-blowing 100 times zoom compared to McLaren's 10 times. How often you'll use 100 times zoom is anyone's guess, but it's nice to have. The Ultra crushes video as well, offering a max 8K and 4K 60 on the front to the McLaren's 4K 60 on the rear and 1080p on the front. Now yes, there is a crop to contend with the 8K on the Ultra, but again, it's nice to have. Weirdly, when the McLaren launched, you weren't able to use wide angle lens in video mode. They have updated it in software and now you can, which is again a nice thing. So the camera system on the McLaren is certainly capable. It's just quite simply the Ultra is camera king or queen. I would also give the point in the battery category to the Ultra as well, as without doing a battery drain test, sub for that, I will be doing that very soon. It has a larger battery cell by nearly 1000 mAh, and that combined with Samsung's new 45 watts fast charging technology, which charges just that little bit faster than the McLaren, which uses Warp Charge 30T, 30 watts charging. I see it currently with the information that I have, a no-brainer. So the Ultra is currently leading by 1 point at 3-2 with 1 round to go, which is the bonus. Are we going to get a winner or is it going to be a tie? Here is where we tie, see what I did, loose ends up with all the final details into 1 point. So the Ultra has a newer, more powerful SoC in the Snapdragon 865 versus the 855 Plus in the McLaren, although certain regions will get the Exynos 990 in the Ultra. It also has the potential for more RAM with 16GB max compared to the 12 on the McLaren, although I think probably both of them are a little bit overkill for the majority of people. With up to an additional 1TB of external storage, the McLaren doesn't also offer an IP rating, whereas you get the IP68 water and dust resistant rating on the Ultra. And also with the Ultra, with the likes of the Galaxy Watch, the Galaxy Buds Plus, which are launching with the S20 range, 11 hours of battery life, listening time, plus the case's battery as well, which is phenomenal. I think you get a better all-round ecosystem with this Samsung phone. So the bonus point surely goes with the Ultra, right? Well, no, not so fast. Because a huge deciding factor for most of you when buying a new phone is price. So the fact that the Ultra starts, yes, starts from $1,200 when you can pick up the McLaren for around $800 has to be a big talking point. So yes, there are more features on the Ultra, but is it worth an extra £400/dollars? That'll be down to you and let me know below. As I'm personally not really sure, I can't really give a point either way. It has to go down as a tie in this round, meaning the Galaxy S20 Ultra sneaks the victory in this comparison. Now remember, the Ultra is half a generation on, so I would expect that, and it'd be interesting to see how the OnePlus 8 Pro, the 2020 flagship from OnePlus, compares, and I will do a comparison when it launches. Like and share if you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're new to the channel and want to be notified every time I post a video on anything tech, breaking news, unboxings, reviews. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. So ASBYT, peace out.